Since its establishment in 1969 as the Lyceum, the institution's history has been highlighted by its evolutionary expansion and growth, which has transformed it into Lyceum-Northwestern and eventually into a Millennium University. Lyceum-Northwestern University, multi-accredited, deregulated, and unquestionably the largest educational institution in Metro Dagupan. The establishment of a medical school in Dagupan City was one of the ultimate dreams of the late Dr. Francisco Q. Duque, who served as the Philippine Medical Association President, Department of Health Secretary, and as the Provincial Governor of Pangasinan. After years of professional, socio-civic, and political career, Dr. Duque capped the realization of that dream. On November 17, 1974, the College of Medicine was established, a non-stock and non-profit corporation, and was called Northern Philippine Institute of Medicine Foundation. On July 14, 1975, two campuses were opened, one in Dagupan City and another in San Carlos City, each with 40 students. Two associate deans, Dr. Rodolfo V. Giang for Dagupan City and Dr. Andres A. Loenco for San Carlos City were appointed. In January 1976, the students from both campuses were combined. In school year 1977 to 1978, the Dagupan Medical School merger parted ways and was renamed the Lyceum-Northwestern Dr. Francisco Q. Duque Medical Foundation in honor of its late founder. At that time, LNFQ-DMF had 81st year, 56 second year, and 19 third year students. The first batch of students graduated in 1979 and garnered an outstanding 100% passing rate in the medical board examination. In June 1982, Dr. Giang was succeeded by Dr. Alma Silvestre Sim, and after her 7 years of fruitful service, Dr. Francisco T. Duque III was appointed as the third dean of the college from June 1989 to May 1994. However, in June 1994, Dr. Duque III needed to heed the call for public service by then-President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, where he was appointed successively as Undersecretary of the Department of Health, President CEO of the Philippine Health Insurance, eventually Secretary of the Department of Health, and finally the Chairman of the Civil Service Commission. Corollary to this, Dr. Felipe H. Rodriguez, being the Vice Dean, became the fourth Dean of the LNFQD College of Medicine. Dr. Rodriguez served the institution for nearly 26 years. He retired on July 31, 2015 and was replaced by Dr. Alan A. Manzano as the fifth Dean of the College of Medicine in August 2015. Her leadership continues to maintain the high standard of instruction and sustain the excellent academic atmosphere in the college set by her predecessors for the development of the future qualified medical practitioners. The institution's expanding vision has always been linked to the character and trademark of Dr. Francisco Q. Duque's leadership. Aptly, it began as a school of nursing and opened as one of the first schools of medicine north of Manila. Succeeded by his wife, Florencia T. Duque, a former national president of Women's Auxiliary and Florencia Realty, whose character and inclination was to expand business. The institution added more and more course offerings under her presidency. This momentum was carried over by third president Dr. Salvador T. Duque, whose leadership as president of the Dagupan City Earthquake Reconstruction and Rehabilitation Organization brought back Dagupan City to its fresh foundation, and that during his term of office in Lyceum-Northwestern earned its first PAASCU accreditation. a decade before the closing of the century. The changing times in the education industry called for a more aggressive approach in leadership, and under the politically seasoned hand of Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque as fourth president, Lyceum applied for more accreditations and expanded its services to include community extension and research, thereby evolving the institution into its current trifocal function as a university. June 2015 defines another milestone in the history of LNU. Thus, the dawning of the new leadership under Dr. Francisco T. Duque III, a well-seasoned administrator whose personal culture is derived from the discipline of the medical science, a doctor of medicine from University of Santo Tomas, an alumnus of the Georgetown University School of Medicine, where he graduated Master of Science in Pathology, and he is also a postgraduate in Executive Education on Health Program Management at Harvard University. For the past 15 years, he has been visible to the public and to his peers in government service as an aggressively effective, transformational, and development-oriented administrator. In recognition of his effectiveness as a reformist administrator, Dr. Francisco T. Duque III was inducted as Fellow of the ISA in April 2013. In recognition of his impact to the Filipino people through the agencies he has reformed and optimized, he was awarded two honoris causa, Doctor of Humanities and Doctor of Science. And now, with the advent of the major paradigm shift in the education industry, where higher education institutions like LNU, primarily its College of Medicine, is faced with the challenges of changing markets, industry standards, and customer expectations, the start of school year 2015-2016 sees the return of Dr. Francisco T. Duque III as its new university president, to continue the ideals and objectives of the founders and past presidents, and to redefine the roadmap of the Lyceum-Northwestern University. For the next 42 years of the College of Medicine, it physically metamorphosed into a modernized and expanding college. To look better, to be more equipped, and to be the only College of Medicine in Metro Dagupan, seemingly were the guiding impetus behind the current campus milieu of the college. Capability building and compliance to education standards underlie many of its infrastructures. Since year 2000, the institution slowly assimilated the efficiency and convenience of a network data management infrastructure. Quality is reflected in its quest for accreditation. The rigor of complying with industry standards is what paces LNU's College of Medicine, internal development and management, and most important of all, continuing improvement in quality of instruction. Over the years, linkages with key organizations and agencies have been established, thereby opening opportunities to research grants and partnership undertakings. As a college that serves as a local partner of industry and agencies in the field of research that seeks to further the acquisition of new knowledge, over the years, linkages with key organizations and agencies have been established, thereby opening opportunities to research grants and partnership undertakings. As a medical program provider, corporate social responsibility and advocacy programs are integrated in the extension services of the college. The college has expanded its role to the community as a benefactor of adopted communities and barangays, and as a conduit to various cooperative initiatives to bring medical relief to those in need. As they say, it is fun at Lyceum-Northwestern University, College of Medicine. Witness the people, witness the festivities, and witness what it's like to have fun at Lyceum-Northwestern University. relatively as the new president, Dr. Francisco T. Duque III, a paragon of success. It comes as no surprise that his vision, coupled with his vast experience, will help LNU soar to even greater heights. He has certainly hit the ground running with his implementation of Vision 2020 development plan to make LNU an internationally recognized university as a model of excellence in integrated instruction, research, and community engagement. Barely a couple of years in the presidency, the university has already accomplished some of its plans and goals, such as the recent accreditation of the programs in nursing, dentistry, pharmacy, and hotel and restaurant management by the Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities Commission on Accreditation, and the latest Level 2 re-accreditation of Philippine Association Accreditation of Schools, Colleges, and Universities in the programs of Business Administration, Elementary and Secondary Education, Biology, Psychology, Communications, and Political Science, with preliminary visit for Level 1 for the Medical Laboratory Science program. All these making a total of 14 accredited programs. Dr. Francisco T. Duque III believes are proof of rendering quality education to the university's stakeholders. In addition, hurdling the renewal of its deregulated status in effect until 2019 was one among the poignant indications of no stopping from Dr. Duque III's Vision 2020. Also included ISO recertification 9001-2008 for maritime education and the Research Development and Innovation Office's research projects processes. To ensure the strengthening of the university's research culture, a 2.8 million budget allocation was approved by the Board of Trustees for implementation. Also, a memorandum of agreement with St. Paul University of Cagayan was signed to further the university's Master of Arts in Nursing by offering Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing Science, Master of Science in Nursing, and Master of Arts in Global Healthcare. As his administration re-emphasized, all of these indicators are crucial in the attainment of the Vision 2020. And corollary to this, Dr. Duque has introduced the use of the Balance Scorecard technology to easily align the university's activities to its new vision. With the crafting of the university's BSc, a transformation roadmap was formulated, with 7 strategic objectives that have to be met to realize LNU's vision. First is to develop partnerships with international and local institutions. Next is ensuring the judicious use of financial and capital resources. Third will be the enhancement of the human resources competencies. Fourth objective is to provide excellent support services for its employees and students. Fifth is to establish credible and sustained strong research culture. Sixth would be to significantly improve the graduates' performance in the licensure board examinations. Last is the attainment of the university's autonomous status. Once these are met, President Duque is confident that LNU will accomplish its Vision 2020. Truly, with just a couple of years in service and with all of these accomplishments laid out, and the challenge at hand for the College of Medicine to be accredited, Dr. Francisco T. Duque III has built a strong foundation into reaching his goals for the university in the year 2020. It will be a long and arduous journey, but as long as the university, as a harmonious working community of students and employees, drives itself to the right direction, the unfolding of the university's Vision 2020 is not far from being realized. Lyceum-Northwestern University, Dr. Francisco Q. Duque Medical Foundation. Through the years and into the future.